Blanco Hideout, fuck off huge spider. 3 out of 10, paddle boarding for free, special place in hostel hell. It's honestly just my favourite place in the world. Okay. Hi everyone, I hope you are doing so well. So me and my best friend decided to save up some money, quit our jobs, get rid of our apartments and off to the other side of the world to do a little bit of traveling. Now obviously because we are traveling off of our savings, we're staying in hostels, and I'm not gonna lie, 99.99999% of backpackers traveling Southeast Asia will stay in hostels. So we have been traveling since the 7th of June and we did 6 weeks traveling throughout Thailand before moving on, and so now I feel like I have a fair clue of my hostel must-haves as well as my hostel turn-offs. So I'm going to talk about those, hopefully kind of give you an idea of what you're looking for, and also I'm going to rate the 10 hostels that I stayed in Thailand, and if they were shitty, give you a recommendation of the good ones. Oh, and also quick little note, if you are going traveling and trying to figure out where to book your hostels and stuff like that, recommend number 1 Hostel World. Everyone and their dog uses it, or booking.com, and the odd time people will just turn up to hostel and try and book, but it's obviously fucking shitty if you turn up at like 10 PM, they're like, sorry, I've got no bed, and you're like, let me sling my hook and go and try and find another hostel. Anyways, let's get into it. The very first hostel we stayed in when we got to Bangkok was Sabai 134, which is located in the old town in Bangkok. So it's a 10-minute walk from the Koh San Road, which is perfect. If you haven't heard of the Koh San Road, it's the buzzy, like, main kind of place for tourists to go in Bangkok, especially at night time if you want your buckets. Now in terms of comfortability when you're there, the bunks are super duper comfortable. If you can get a bottom bunk when you're in a hostel, I personally think it's better, especially if there's curtains, which in this hostel there are. There's curtains around the beds, which is really nice for a little bit of privacy. There are lockers in this hostel and the lockers are underneath your bed. Next thing, air conditioning, tick. When you're out in the humid heat all day and you come in, you're like, it's beautiful. So yeah, there's AC at Sabai 134. Towels are included, and it's always amazing when towels are included. There's free coffee in the morning at Sabai 134, which is really just a nice little add-on, although we never woke up early enough to have it. In terms of bathrooms, there was separate, very clean male and female bathrooms. Really cool design actually, and in general this hostel was really nicely designed. They say it's retro, I'd say it's less retro, more kind of like cabana vibes. And finally, in terms of the vibe, the staff were lovely and super helpful. They played music during the day. It wasn't like a party hostel vibe, but it was sociable. We met friends there, and we met one of our besties there. We've grown a family whilst we've been traveling. We met baby bro Monty. But yeah, highly recommend Sabai. I'd give it a 9 out of 10, honestly. 9 out of 10. Thank you so much, Sabai. Next, we are moving on to Koh Phangan, baby. Wait, let me say it. Fucking another bean. Ugh. Big Moon, baby. Big Moon Hostel, Koh Phangan. Bless, bless, bless. In terms of location, it's 3 minutes from the pier when you get in, which is super, super handy. But it is quite far from where all the parties are if you're going to Koh Phangan for full moon. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go there, because you most definitely should go there because it's fabulous. It's a lovely hostel. But it's very walkable to get into town, to walk to the beach. But I would recommend, if you can ride a motorbike, to rent a motorbike when you're at that hostel, and you can rent it from the hostel itself. Koh Phangan is definitely an island where, you know, you want to be able to ride a motorbike, I think, because taxis can get a bit expensive, especially around full moon when all the prices go up. And I stay there. Okay, in terms of comfortability again, the beds are super, super comfortable. The rooms are very fresh and airy. There's no curtains around the bed, but like the beds aren't really super, super close together. There are lockers in the common area, so the lockers aren't in your rooms. So I actually ended up not putting any of my valuables or anything in a locker, which is fine because, you know, in general, you'd hope that other backpackers aren't gonna steal. They've got AC, again, lovely, that's what we want. In terms of bathrooms, they've got kind of like a semi-outdoor, separate female and male bathrooms. In my first shower there, I did nearly shit myself. I go in, taking my stuff off, turn around, fuck off huge spider. I run out, I'm screaming, my friend goes and looks, she's coming out too, and then the host lady, she comes in, bare hands, grabs the spider and walks. Like, Thai people are made different. They are just made different. But yeah, clean and hairdryer is provided as well. They serve food and snacks, so you can buy those there. And then there's also free coffee and water. When there's free water, it's just a plus for me. Towel is 100 baht deposit, which is refundable at the end. And finally, the vibe. Like I said, the staff are just beautiful. There's a badminton court. Like I said, you can rent bikes there. Oh yeah, it gets quite busy around the full moon time as well. Our first couple of days it was kind of quiet, but then it got super busy, so it was a fun sociable vibe. Music playing, they provided like Uno and different games, which was really sweet. And yeah, all in all, a really good vibe. Again, would massively recommend. Big Moon Hostel, baby. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 simply because of the location. But like I said, we were able to walk anywhere we needed to go, get taxis or use bikes. So without further ado, let's move to Koh Tao. So picture this, full moon party's over, hanging out with me ass, getting on a little catamaran from Koh Phangan to go to Koh Tao. Gotta get Hostel. We stayed at the Islander first in Koh Tao, which in terms of location is 3 minutes from the pier, which is beautiful. You get off the pier, you walk past all the taxi people that are like, come with us, and you just walk to your hostel, which is not part of the main part of Koh Tao where all the action's happening. That's over in Sabai, which is probably a 25-minute walk in the blistering heat. In terms of the beds and the rooms and stuff like that, beds comfy, big, spacious, no curtains around the bed or anything like that, which was actually a slight issue in this place because my mate woke up in the middle of the night, a dude we met, this big guy, sleepwalking, and she wakes up and he's hanging over her muttering in Austrian, and she's like in her bed freaking the fuck out. Eventually he walks away, but she probably shit herself. It's put a dampener on the whole hostel, so we did move, not just for that reason, we were going to move anyway just because it wasn't popping. So yeah, that's what that bedroom was like. There was AC, but it wasn't super strong AC, but that's again fine. It was cooler than it was outside. There were lockers in the rooms as well. And in terms of bathrooms, it was one mixed bathroom. They served food and drink downstairs, and there was free water, which was really good. Finally, the vibe. There was a pool table, music was playing, but yeah, it was just not part of the main island Sairi situation. I can't give it a 5 because it wasn't bad, but like I can't give it a 7 because I didn't like it, so I'm just gonna give it a 6 out of 10. So yeah, if I were you, I would look for your hostels in the Sairi area. Taco Shack, phenomenal. There's loads of other good ones up and around there as well, if you want to meet loads and loads of other backpackers. Okay, let's go to Samui, baby. We stayed at Chill Inn and I had a fantastic time there, I'm not gonna lie. Chill Inn is in the Loyy area of Koh Samui, which is not the main party area. The main party area is, I don't remember the name, so this is what it is, and it's not there. So it was like a 16-minute drive from the pier, so if you can rent a bike, do. You can rent bikes at the hostel, so that makes it easier if you do want to go and explore and stuff. Daddy Ren, the hostel owner, will sort you out, but the hostel is on the beach, which is lovely. So you wake up, you go down to the beach, you've got beach views, but in terms of other things, there's not much else around. You can walk for a bit, there's like a local market situation with mad lights and like pumping music at night time. There's some restaurants kind of nearby, and there's like 7-Elevens and stuff like that, but it's like on a busy road, it's not in the middle of everything. So that's Loyy. In terms of what it's like, it's quite comfy, there's no curtains around the bed. I think it was the smallest single I've slept in since I was traveling, but that's alright. There are lockers in the room just to fit your day pack in. There was air conditioning, which we love. There were towels included, which we also love. They serve food and happy hour drinks, and happy hour goes on much longer than they say it does. And guess what? There's free water from a water tank. In terms of bathroom, there's shared mixed loos. They were absolutely fine. And last but not least, the vibe, baby. That's what it is for chilling. So the vibe of the place, very cool downstairs. You've got lots of little like spots to sit on, little spots to sit on the beach. You've got free paddle boarding. Let me just insert a clip of me paddle boarding for free in the Koh Samui ocean. It was lovely. It was really nice. So like I said, Daddy Ren is the owner, and he has a couple of different business partners, and they own a couple of different bars and hostels and stuff on the island, one of which is Candy Bar, which Daddy Ren brought us to. And yeah, the staff are just super helpful. Daddy Ren, he called us the twins, and I just, ever since that, I'm like, I love you, Daddy Ren. So yeah, chillin'. Not my favorite sleeping place, but in terms of the vibe, I'm gonna give it, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. yeah, I'll give chilling an 8 out of 10. I think the only thing would be, again, the area. Pack up your troubles and your own Jesus. So, when we were in Krabi, we stayed at a hostel called Pak-Up, and it's absolutely massive, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of location, it is perfectly located, I'd say, to get to different things in Krabi. You're in like kind of like the main area of Krabi, or at least you can walk to the main area and all the markets easily. And it's opposite a place called Loyy Bar. Now, Monsieur Loyy, who runs Loyy Bar, is an absolute don, I'm not gonna lie. He gave us loads of free shots because he wanted to play this like shot drinking game. It's also next to lots of like little cute cafes and bakeries and like laundry if you need to go and do that as well. In terms of comfort, huge big comfy beds. I think it was a nautical theme. No, it was a school theme. So each room was called like maths, science, PE. I think the hostel building was an old school, like it looks like an old school. Yeah, but super comfy. They have curtains and they have lockers under the bed as well. There's air conditioning. Oh yes, there was a place for you to do your own laundry as well. They serve food and drinks, but there's also a kitchen for you to make your own food if you want to. And there was a buffet every day. I think it was 100 baht for all you can eat at this buffet. And there were separate guys and girls showers and bathrooms, super spacious, clean. All in all, good situation at Pak-Up Krabi. And then finally, in terms of the vibe, staff, lovely, super helpful. They run daily and weekly different tours. So Tiger Temple, for example, which we did. Super, super colourful. It was giving me San Francisco vibes, I don't know why. Party vibes if you want there to be party vibes, because there's like music and fun stuff happening in the bar. There was a rooftop gym. It's like a functional gym. It was more like yoga mats and I think a set of TRX. And last but not least, there was an in-house spa. But yeah, so that's Krabi. I would probably give it a rating of... It was a good hostel. I'm just not that excited about it, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. But it is the one I'd recommend you go to if you're in Krabi. Alrighty. Next, darling, we are off to Koh Phi Phi. So, Koh Phi Phi. Great island, really enjoyed it, not gonna lie, darling. So we stayed at Blanco City, Koh Phi Phi, which yeah, you'll hear about Blancos if you're traveling in that area of Thailand, and everyone's gonna recommend you stay at Blancos probably. So location, Blanco City is in the middle of all the action, really close to the beach. There's loads of stuff close by. Blanco Beach, so we were staying at Blanco City. Blanco Beach is even more of a party vibe, but like so much so that apparently it's like a not sleeping vibe, and also very dirty and sandy. So, you know, you make your decision. In terms of comfortability, the beds were fine, but it's so cramped in there. Like, I'd say the width between 2 beds was the width of a normal kind of backpacking rucksack that you're carrying. And there were 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beds in one room, and it was like a bomb sitter. And there was sand everywhere. There were lockers, but the lockers under the bed didn't work. There were towels provided, which was great. There was air conditioning, so love that. Not great bathrooms. It was like a loo kind of wet room situation. There were 3 of those between quite a lot of people. Vibe, party vibe, but like I said, Blanco Beach is even more of a party vibe. Boots, the main hostess there, she's the most incredible person I've ever met. I fucking love Boots. Boots, baby. Come to Vietnam. There's discounts across all the Blancos. So if you're staying at Blanco City, you'll get discounts for drinks and stuff at Blanco Beach and vice versa. They also provide discounts for tattoo parlors and all the beauty services like massages, nails, And you just ask Boots and she'll give you a massive fuck off folder of where you can get all these lovely discounts. And there's darts. So all in all, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I would give it a lot more than a 6 out of 10 because of Boots. But if I just, if I take Boots out of the equation. So, you know the way I said that I wouldn't rate anything lower than a 6 out of 10? Blanco Hideout in Railay has a special place in hostel hell for me. So in terms of location, Blanco Hideout is within walking distance to the pier, which is handy. In terms of everything else, what can I say? So up to her, there's 167 steps up this really rickety rainbow set of stairs, which is horrendous in the blistering heat when you've got your rucksack, because you feel like you're going to tip down. Now, it's a good bit of getting your steps in, a good bit of a workout. I'm not going to complain too much about a set of stairs. But then you get to the rooms. Now, I think we just got a shit lot. I think the rest of the hostels probably much better, but it's one that's always booked out, so there must be a reason for it. Actually, I know what the reason for it is. It's the only hostel in Railay that appears on Hostel World. If you want to get a better hostel or a different one, go onto booking.com. There's so many more options, which I will be doing next time. So our bedroom, the beds were comfortable. Like, I can't say the bed was uncomfortable, but I wasn't comfortable sleeping in it. It was the issue. They didn't really feel clean. There was sand all over the floors, and there was AC, but because the AC was dripping, the floor was always wet. There were like puddles near all the beds, so my rucksack got a bit soaked at the bottom, but that's fine, it happens. The lockers under the beds didn't lock, but also I didn't want to put shit under there anyways, and there was a leech on the floor when we walked in. Now, I have a big issue with ticks and leeches, like most people. I don't want things sticking into me and sucking me blood, you know, but like, ugh, ugh. There were 10 people, so there were 5 bunks in the room, and there was 1 shower and 1 loo between everyone. I mean, there were more in like a communal area up the stairs, and it was quite a spacious, spread out hostel. There were lots of rooms, and all the other rooms were up the stairs and around the lovely pool that there was. But yeah, there were bugs in the sink. In terms of Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi didn't work in that room. As you can tell, I was really, really happy with this hostel. In terms of vibe, you can sign up to go to like the boxing fights. There's food and drinks that are served up until I think it's 10 or 11, but you can't bring drinks in because they serve their own drinks. But you could definitely sneak a little bottle, so just come on now. Staff were really lovely, but just not observant of the fact that one room was really, really shitty, but really, really nice people. And there was a resident monkey. This resident monkey, he's a menace. He's an absolute menace, and he like just looks at you. He's all seductive, and he like slid down this pole, and like he's like a seductive slash I'm gonna come and rip your face off, baby. But yeah, he means business. He means business. Anyways, rating, shit. I wouldn't go back there. The staff were nice, but yeah, would not go back. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. If we were in another room in another part of the hostel and it was just a different experience, I think it could have been really, really great. Next on the agenda, we have Loyy Hotel Hostel in Chiang Mai. This hostel was the thing of dreams. After leaving Blanco Hideout, I was like, I need some comfort. I need someone that's gonna tick all the boxes and hit all the right spots after summer of shit as Blanco Hideout, you know? Like, no sharks in the water or nothing. I just want somewhere fantastic. So, Loyy Hotel Hostel, location, not fantastic. It's far from like the main areas of Chiang Mai, but you know what, get your steps in, and that's what me and my friend did. But there are lots of nice things around the hostel nevertheless. You've got nice cafes, and you've got 7-Elevens and stuff like that. So, in terms of the beds, fantastic. And I'll go on record saying that, alright? So, super comfy beds, super clean, super lovely, a minimalist vibes, fresh, white sheets. There were lockers in the rooms, that worked, we love. Full length mirror, excellent. Curtains around the beds, couldn't find that at Blanco Hideout. AC that didn't drip on the floor, yes, winning baby. There were towels provided, which were changed daily, no deposit needed. You could give your laundry into reception, or you could do it yourself. They had a washer dryer situation. In terms of the bathrooms, the best bathrooms I'd had in Thailand. So you've got your male and female bathrooms. There's like swinging saloon doors to go into the bathrooms. Beautiful, state-of-the-art, some might say. Nice loos, nice showers. They provide body wash and shampoo. They provide a hairdryer, cotton wool, cotton buds in nice little like glass jars. You can have a free brekkie if you get up early enough, but if not, you can also just use the kitchen. You can store stuff in the kitchen, make your own stuff. Perfect. In terms of the vibe, the staff was super duper duper helpful, lovely people. It's definitely far from being a party hostel. It is possible to socialise and make friends there. We made best friends with the people in our room. Giza, Louisa, big shout out to you, my love. Mwah. Yeah, it was a really cool hostel, really sleek, chic, clean. Like, it's called Loyy Hotel Hostel, so yeah, it was really, really nice. I'd give that a 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because it wasn't sociable enough, but 9 out of 10. In terms of the facilities, it was just... This is it, folks. We together have made it. So, without further ado, the last, certainly not the least, and I wouldn't hesitate to say the best hostel of the bunch. brick house hostel, baby. Let me tell you all about it. So in terms of location, it is a 16-minute walk from the bus station when you first get into Pai, which was very doable with our rucksacks, I'm not gonna lie. It's honestly just my favorite place in the world, it really is. So me and my friends who stayed there together did that walk literally every single day, a couple of times a day to get into town, to go to the club, whatever. Super doable. If you have a bike, literally 3 minutes. Oh, and it's not, you don't walk the 16 minutes every time, by the way. It's like 10-minute walk into town, probably, from the hostel. I really like the location of it personally, because you can easily get to like the White Buddha and all the other things you want to go and see. Get to Bombos, this gorgeous smoothie place. Really close to Sunset Bar. So here's walking streets that way, here's hostel, Sunset Bar's there, so you're nicely squashed in the middle, and that's where you're going to end up on most of your nights out if you're going out in Pai anyways. Super comfy beds, there's no curtains, but I didn't mind. I didn't mind, okay? So there's a nice little colour scheme going on, a bit of orange and white. It's a lovely like little sitting area at the front of each of the cabins. The cabins give me Parent Trap vibes, by the way. There's air conditioning in the rooms, there's lockers which again put your day packs in. There's a towel and key deposit of 300 baht, which is obviously refundable on checkout. And yeah, so again, it's nice that you're getting your towel, and when you get your towel, all wrapped up within it is a free drinks coupon to spend at the little bath situation. The bathrooms are mixed. You've got shampoo and body wash provided, and there's a hairdryer, mirror space, all that jazz. Wi-Fi was properly decent, and in terms of the vibe of the place, they play music throughout. The staff were just beautiful. They were beautiful. We were meant to be leaving Pai one day, but I by accident booked the tickets for the 20th, and we were meant to leave on the 16th, and I don't really know how that happened, but I'm glad it did, because we got stuck in a Pai hole a little bit longer. So we checked out and then came back like 2 hours later, and they were like, oh my god, you're back! There were like hammocks and like little communal like table spots throughout. There's fairy lights. Brick house Pai. It has my heart forever. When I go back there, I might just have to go back. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The 0.5 is just because it wasn't super busy hostel. But if you want a really busy hostel, everyone goes to Loyy. Like nearly everyone goes to Loyy. Do not go to Circus, it's disgusting, it's gross. Or go to Revolution, which is a new one opened by one of my friends in Pai, and people are loving it. It's super busy and it's popping off, and I think it's going to be one of the absolutely new favourites. That rounds up for my rating of hostels in Thailand out of the 10 that I've been to, as well as kind of like my must-haves and my turn-offs, which you will have gathered. So yeah, like I said, get onto Hostelworld, get onto booking.com, book a couple of days in advance if you can. If not, don't worry, most places you can just like book the night before, the day, or roll up, and it will be chill. But yeah, have a fantastic time if you're traveling throughout Thailand, baby, and thank you so much for watching. Mwah! You need to open your eyes up.